So after reading a thread on Planet Catfish about using snails to hatch cory eggs instead of like methylene blue and stuff, I decided to conduct this little experiment. My Paleatus cories spawned this morning, and so now I've put 10 eggs in each of these cups, and each one I've got the control group with nothing special in there, just tank water. In this one I put a little bit of Icex. I don't have any methylene blue. In this one I put 5 mini ramshorn, the very small ramshorn snails, and the last one I put 3 medium-sized snails. There's the minis, regular. In there, this one you probably see the best, but there's some of the eggs. And then one final jar I have over here with an air stone. This one I had to put a little more water to have enough height for the air stone. And the others, I put 1 cup of water in each. And there's still plenty more snail eggs here on the glass. Once that's 50, I probably knocked 10 or more eggs into the gravel while trying to peel them off the wall. But there, I counted 80 something at first when I first started all this. So now we'll see in the coming days what our hatch rate are, any fungus up, and everything. See you later. Okay, it's been one day since I set up these, and all the tanks, or the cups of eggs, are looking good. I changed out the water today. But this one, the one that I had Icex in, seems they've all turned white. I think, like I said, I didn't have methylene blue, but the Icex may be too strong a medication for them. But the others, this is the one with nothing in it, even they look fine. The one with the mini snails, mini ramshorns, all look good. And with these larger ramshorns, it looks good. There's a bit of poop in there from the snails, but the eggs all look fine. And the eggs on the glass, I'm not sure if this will focus, but they look alright too. None are bright white. Here's a shot of a snail climbing on those. He's right here. But the camera, I don't think can focus on the eggs. Alright, so aside from the Icex, everything looks good. Here after one day, these Paleatus eggs usually hatch on the 5th day. So, see you tomorrow. Okay, we're up to day 2 of the cory eggs and snail experiment. And this jar with nothing, just water in it, they all look pretty good. None of them have turned white. The one with Icex are still white, so I think they're hopeless. This one with the mini ramshorn snails, there's one at the top that has turned white, and the others, look pretty good. Here with the larger ramshorns, One on the right has turned white, and the others seem to look pretty good. And then the final jar, this one I have keeping an air stone away from this table, but they all look good as well. And then on the tank, these 20 or so all still seem to be hanging on pretty good. So everything looks good. Oddly, the jar that has nothing and the air stone are one up on the jars with the snails. Alright, we'll check back tomorrow. Okay, it's day 3 of the experiment now, and looking at these jars, the cup that I did nothing special to it now has 2 white eggs. The rest look good. The cup with eggs still white. This one with the mini ramshorn snails has gone up to 3 white ones, and this one with the medium-sized snails, I'm counting 4 white ones, and then the final one that I keep an air stone in, it really looks, all of them look alright. I don't see any white ones. Okay, 3 days down, 2 days to go before they hatch. Okay, it's day 4 of the Paleatus egg experiment. Here in the bottle or cup that I've done nothing with, there are 2 white eggs, but none of them have actually developed fungus. I do an almost complete water change every day. This is the Ikex cup, they still are white. And now the 5 mini ramshorn snails are up to about 4 have turned white. And the medium ramshorn, 4 are white as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And finally this cup with the air stone in it. I don't see any white ones, but I did see 2 had hatched.
Yep.
Oh, there's one along the about 12 o'clock position. So it's already there's one about the 2 o'clock position that's partially hatched. So they've already started hatching while the others have not. And I don't see any at all that turn white. Also, I forgot to add that the eggs on the tank, there was about 25 or 30, they have almost all disappeared. There is only one just above my finger. One there, and so I think they had hatched or had eaten, and it's almost impossible to see them at this stage. So we'll have to wait a month or so and see if there's any movement. Okay, it's day 5 now, and a lot of the fry have hatched in these cups. This is the jar with nothing done, and I count about 3 fry are loose. A couple haven't completely come out of their shell. The Ikex, nothing going on there. Mini ramshorns, 3, 4, about 4 the couple almost out. 1, 2, 3. 4 or 5 in the medium ramshorn snail. Next, I'll remove them and see what our counts are for today. Okay, now, last night, the cup with the air stone, I noticed several of them had already hatched, and so I pulled 7 out last night, and now today, there's 2 that are partially hatched. Their head is still in the eggshell, so I left them alone, but they hadn't quite finished hatching yet. And the other cups, the one with nothing, had 3 done. The X0, of course. The mini ramshorn snails had 4, and 5 from the medium ramshorn snails. I think tomorrow we'll see how many remain. Usually they hatch in 4 to 5 days, so whatever's left after tomorrow probably is not going to hatch. Okay, here we are, day 6, and let's see, this is the jar that it did nothing. See, I count. I thought there was 2. 1 fry, free swimming. 1 looks to be still in his eggshell. 2 and 3 already hatched, so that's 5 total. Ikex, nothing worth looking at. 5 mini ramshorn. There's 1 that appears it started to hatch out of his shell at the bottom there and doesn't appear to be alive now. So in this one we had 4 successfully hatch. Not seeing any other movement. The medium ramshorns, 5 hatched previously. There's 1 moving all around. So that gives 6 total. And now the air stone jar. Well, we got some kind of little bug floating on top, but I saw a couple swimming in here a little bit ago. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is one of the other ones. And that one had 7 back on day 4. So let's update our results. I'll be right back. Okay, after bringing in the few remaining ones that had hatched successfully, we're left with the cup with arrowstone had 7, and they hatched the quickest, some as early as 4 days. Cup with nothing had 4. A couple partially hatched and then died, and the rest turned white. The Ikex had none. The mini ramshorn only got 4 successful fry out of it. There's about 3 white ones. I think the other eggs just didn't develop. And then the medium ramshorns had 7 and 3 white ones. So airstone one, had 7. The others didn't turn white. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to come in focus, but they're partially hatched. None of them turned white though. So I think just the airstone really worked better with this clutch of eggs. That's going to be about it for my experiment. I don't think any of these others are going to hatch. So it's a toss-up between using an airstone, using medium ramshorn snails, or do nothing. That's what I usually do. When I see the cory spawning, I throw them in a tank like this, let them lay the eggs everywhere, and then whatever hatches, hatches. In a previous clutch, I had probably about 85 eggs in a 40 breeder over there, and out of it, I think about 70 hatched. 10 died, 10 or 12 died while they were raising up, but I did raise 55 or so.